Okay. Okay, let's talk about scrapers. The subject comes up, what can I use to remove this from this? Usually it's what can I do to remove paint from another surface. Alright, let's start from the beginning. This is a razor blade scraper. It's for very smooth surfaces such as glass. Like your stovetop. If you have a glass stovetop, you scrape it off. This is not for wood, okay? It will work. It will work. But it will also, you get an oops and you've got another oops to fix. So then you come back and say, well, how can I fix the gouge in the wood that I made by a razor blade? So this is a smooth surface scraper, not designed for wood. You're painting a door with glass inserts. It works very well because you can scrape the paint off the glass without damaging it. That's what this is for. Also these, the same thing. When I was a sign painter, I used these bad boys for scraping paint off of commercial windows. You know, the advertisements. You scrape that glass clean with these. These are not for wood or any kind of soft objects. I don't even know why I have them, because I am no longer painting on windows. Now then, same way with a box knife blade, you can drag scrape it like this, but don't push it. Don't push it. You drag it. And I've got a holder somewhere, I can't find it right now, that grips this blade at an angle like that, like a regular scraper. Like this one, but I think my grandson has it, but I'm not sure. But the box blade is very stiff compared to a single-edged razor blade, which is very thin and will break quite easily under stress. So this is another option, but you drag it, unless you're on glass, you know, getting paint off a glass window, you can scrape it like so, all the way up to the edge of the wood frame. And you can drag it on wood like so. This is a paint scraper. I've got another one that's 3 inches to 2.5, 3 inches wide like this, but my grandson has that also. But this is a drag scraper. You pull it towards you like so. You don't push it, you pull it. That's a cutting edge, and you can resharpen this. You can take a file as per the instructions and put an angle on it and sharpen it. And it will remove a lot of paint and varnish, finish right down to bare wood very easily without a lot of stress. This is an angled scraper. It's got a curvature where you can get into tight places like in furniture. You know, if you're going to strip furniture, it's a nice little gadget to have. And this is probably 80, 90 years old. I think it belonged to my grandfather, I'm not sure. But these come in different profiles, you know, square, round, pointy, all kind of stuff. And you can change it, you can pop this out and this blade comes off. I do believe. I'm not sure, but I do believe. Okay, now here's a tool that you probably don't even think about using as a paint scraper, is a paint scraper, like so. This is very stiff metal. The ones I have are very stiff. The ones that you may have are just cheap 29-cent things, and they're flimsy, but mine are at least 1/16 of an inch thick. And it's very hard steel. But you sharpen up one edge of it, and it will remove paint from any hard surface, glass, wood, or whatever, without damaging the surface. Another scraper is a firm blade putty knife. Firm blade, not that, something that's real flimsy, but something that's got some body to it. This is also 1/16 of an inch thick. It'll also remove paint from other surfaces, especially wood. Now you can also drag it like so. If you want to try it, you do whatever works for you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you find out what works for you in your project, and you get in there and get with it. This is another one that I use a lot. I salvaged this old bench chisel, and I use this thing from almost everything, but because it's very stout, very heavy duty, and it removes a lot of material. I don't even use it for like carving wood and stuff, as it was designed to do. I use it for everything else under the sun. So, but I salvaged this, and I'm turned the handle on my lathe. You can see the paint in there now. But it's an all-purpose, general-purpose tool. If you've ever spent time in the military, Navy, you've seen these guys. A 1/4 inch piece of steel, and this is also a drag tool like so. It's for removing rust, all kind of stuff. It works good for just about anything, but it's a drag tool like so. And on the other end is a pry bar for prying up whatever you need to pry, but it can also be used as a push tool for any kind of purpose. You know, each one of these has its own purpose in life. This is a Surform, S-U-R-F-O-R-M, Surform. It's a pull. You know, this way it's not sharp, it's a pull. If you've ever used one, you know how it works. But you drag it and you rock it as you're dragging it, like so. You don't just drag it straight. You can, but it's designed to drag it and rock it as you're dragging it. Now this also works for non-flat surfaces, but this also removes a lot of material quickly. So you got to be careful what you're doing. With all these tools, you have to be careful with what you're doing. But it's called a Surform, S-U-R-F-O-R-M. And they come in flat. They come in the small push block style. You can go back and forth with it. And a 12-inch model, 12-inch blade on a big handle, like so. So all of these tools have a purpose. You use whatever fits your project at that particular time. You know, what may work today with this one won't work tomorrow on something else. So there's no one tool for all purposes. And again, I don't recommend this for any kind of woodwork. None whatsoever. It is for smooth surfaces like metal or glass. Same way with these guys. Glass only. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Let's go remove some paint.